All right. So we are on limiting belief number 2, which is, well, I've never been able to do it. Now, remember, we're generally talking in the context of trying to eat less sugar, less processed junk, that sort of thing. And you've never been able to successfully stick to that plan for how long? More than an hour, a day, a week, a month. Maybe you've done a month, but you just cannot do it long term. It kind of ties into the first belief, but this idea of you haven't ever been able to stick to the plan, the low carb ish plan, and therefore, this is the big part, I never will. And that's an overwhelming thought. Even if you don't consciously realize how overwhelming of a thought that is and how almost crippling of a thought that is, it is overwhelming. And I know it because once I was on to that belief, I could see how it was holding me back. From a factual level, from a knowledge in the brain level, we know that you don't know how to do something until you know how to do something, and then practice that skill enough times to get good at it, right? So, I mean, you can always think about the silly example of learning to walk, right? You didn't know how to do it. You had never been able to walk before. You try it a bunch of times, you fall on your face a bunch of times, and then you do it and everyone celebrates. Yeah, you can walk. And then you walk and now we don't even think anything of it, right? So logically, we can see how having never been able to do something doesn't mean that we can't do it in the future, right? So what does it mean? It means we have not practiced the skills needed to stick to the plan. So that might be like preparing and finding food. It might be resisting purchasing sugary treats to bring into the house. It may be working with your body instead of battling against your body. All these different skills that we need to be able to stick to the plan. So a quick little trick that you can use to try to overcome this is I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to be consistent yet. Okay. What yet does is it tells your brain, this is something that we're going to be doing in the future. So get prepared, get working on the skills, build accountability, get external support, practice the skills that we need to be able to do, try the new foods, do all the things that we have to have in place in order to stick to the low carb ish plan, right? And it kind of slides it into the brain as though it's for sure going to happen at some point in the future. We're just not quite there yet. And that is such a less shamey, such a less shouldy place to come at it from, that it actually changes the whole game. All right, that is limiting belief number 2.